my name is Adrien, and welcome to the Slaughtering Smiles Post. Today, I've got Oscar here. He's a pretty good friend of mine, and we're just doing a little podcast. What do you think our podcast should be called?
Yo, man, our podcast, it's going to be top of the charts. We're going to get a lot of girls with this, I feel like. The name doesn't really matter so often. It's about the material you put in.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we could have, the Smiley-Cast, maybe? No?
That's really... Dude, we have the radio station here, I think. 99.5.
Oh, yeah.
You guys suck, by the way.
Don't say that. We can't say that.
Why not?
See, we live in Indiana. In Indiana, there's a certain radio channel, and because of copyrights things, I'm not sure I can say anything about it, but it has something to do with Smileys in the morning.
In the morning.
And so, I don't think we can use that name. We could do, what are you thinking? Maybe,
White and brown.
White and brown, Jesus.
Brown and white. Bright show.
The Bright Show. Bright and positive. That's the show.
That's all we do.
That's all we do. We're always bright and we're positive. Okay, so
on STDs.
So what's been going on in your life then?
My life?
Yeah, what's been going on? Get this show right out the road.
All right, so guys, listen up. I'm trying to drop this mixtape here, but dropping a mixtape in a suburban area home that I live in is almost impossible without getting judged by the ghetto community that I used to live in. And it's really disturbing because, I'm dropping hot bars and whatnot, and bam, a kid doesn't like me. You know why?
Because you sound gay.
Sometimes. I honestly sound like a ripoff off every rap artist out there.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't doubt that.
No, I mean, I was trying to humble myself here. I am the best out there.
Everyone get down. We're going to humble down here. Yep. Okay.
Humble down. You are lame.
Oh my gosh. So you want to talk about school stories, high school stories? We just graduated back in May of this 2014. So
yeah, class of 2014.
Yeah. We were both in the same... We're really good friends because we were both in the same alto section. We both play alto saxophone together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
what can I say? Well, I played alto. I got all the girls with it, except band girls. And sometimes they were really hot, but, you're not going to press them because they play an instrument too. So oh, yeah, he's a brown boy that plays saxophone. That's no big deal to them. But you go up to a girl that doesn't know anything about music, and I go, and the girl's like, oh my God, Oscar, I never knew you were so hot. And that story happens, and at that point, she gets out of my life.
Totally happens, yeah.
It happens all the time. All right, they're like, hey, Oscar, what do you do? And they try to get in my pants. So I'm like, all right, I'll talk to these girls. Nothing to lose.
Trying to get under your neck strap, yeah.
That's a saxophone.
Saxophone. If you don't play saxophone, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you're playing the saxophone, you have a neck strap to hold it up, so you don't have to hold it in your hands the whole time because it's kind of heavy. Dumb joke. Okay.
That was lame. That describes our...
Oh my gosh! So we had a competition. We both played in marching band. We had a competition every year from about sophomore year on. We would try to get a girl's phone number the entire time. This is a really awesome story. So we got this really awesome. It started off really kind of dumb. We really didn't do much. It was we go up to a girl and you're really pretty. I like you, and she would run off screaming, think we're gonna rape her. It's not a good thing to happen. So. At the end of our not at all. So at the end of our junior year, so it was 2 years, we completely struck out every single time. Not a single number was had in 2 years until the end of our junior year. Since we live in Indiana, obviously, we have the Lucas Oil Stadium, the football stadium. We got to go to the Super Regionals. And as such, we got to go to the Lucas Oil Stadium to play there, and we got to play there. We were the third band to actually go there and play. out of 50. So we had, we had to sit through 46 other bands over 2 days, which was a lot of fun. We got to play around and do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But so we saw.
High.
So this is when the game started getting really good. Okay. We saw these 2 drop dead gorgeous girls. Okay, like super fine girls.
Wifey material.
Like totally wifey material.
Totally wifey.
Gorgeous. And we were sitting there at a table adjacent to them a little ways, sitting with a couple friends as well, and we just decided we're like, I looked over at Oscar and I was like, dude, you should totally ask them for your number. Or for their number. And what do you say? You're like...
I think I said, at that point when you struck out so many times, I was like, how am I going to have a chance with the 2 of the finest girls in this building? And I told Adrien, I think, they're way out of my league. I have no chance.
Oh, yeah. You're like... He was like, they're way out of my league, man. I can't possibly ask him for their number. I was like, dude, you got it. I mean, we're at Lucas Oil one time. We're never coming back. I was like, because we were an awful marching band. I'm sorry. We were decent in some parts, but for the vast majority of the time, awful.
Shamrock
awful.
Pride.
Shamrock Pride.
Hashtag
awful.
Shamrock Pride.
Yeah, exactly. Awful.
Don't.
But
Loved it.
So we had a lot of fun because we were awful. We just got to really screw around the vast majority of the time. So But so I was like, one time we get to go to Lucas Oil, I'm gonna make you do this, Oscar. And he's like, okay, fine. Okay, so he finally, after a couple minutes of really just acting awkward, not really knowing whether or not he was gonna go through with it. Finally he's like, you know what, screw it, I'm going for it. And he goes over there. He pulls out his phone. And I was like, what the hell is he doing? He pulls his phone. He sits there, pulls his phone up, talks to the girls. I'm like, me sitting there, I can't hear what he's saying. He turns around and pulls a selfie with them. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then he just calmly sits down next to them and sits there talking to him. I'm like, there's no damn way he's getting the number. And all of a sudden he's got his phone out. They're popping the numbers, and he gets up and leaves. I'm like, what? He comes back and he's like, dude, I totally just got their numbers. I was like, what? 2 of the finest girls, literally the 2 hottest girls that we had ever tried on, and he somehow scored it. Do you wanna give the story as to how that happened?
Look, guys, I'm gonna teach you how to flatter any girl, easiest way. All right. So I was thinking of ways to approach these 2 ladies. All right, they seem like good friends and everything. So me being the smooth guy I wasn't at the time, I decided to grab my phone and I told them, hey, for my homework over the weekend, I needed to take a selfie with 2 of the prettiest girls in the building, and you guys seem to fit that role. Dude, they just do big smiles and they started laughing. I'm like, oh, sweet. All right, warmed them up, right? Bam. I started posing, duck face, selfie, right? Well, I don't think it was a duck face. I think it was more like me being awkward, and they were like...
It was an awful selfie, too. I mean, literally, I think one girl wasn't even in the picture because they were sitting across the table, and he was sitting in front of the table and trying to take it. She was in the far left-hand corner of it, and the other one was only, half a face on the right side, and there he was, a big smiley face right in the middle. Literally, it was awful.
Yeah. So at that point, I think I got on their comfortable level. I'm like, all right, step 2, sit down. So I pull the chair out, and at this point, I'm showing pure confidence that I have myself. They know what's up. They don't expect to see a random brown guy approach them and just sit down for no reason. They know what's about to go down. So bam, I sat down with them. It's like, so what band are you guys in? Stupid band kid talk. What instruments do you play? Oh, I play the alto saxophone. Turn them on because they play clarinets, and the losers play clarinets, and they want to kiss a saxophone.
Clarinets want to be an alto, really, but
secretly
they picked the wrong instrument back in 6th grade, so
they're black.
They're really struggling really bad to become an alto sax.
It's okay. So bam, I was like, you know what, guys, it'd be really nice, and they're like, what, Oscar? And I was like, I can have your numbers. That would be really nice, so we can talk and maybe meet up after this. And then it actually happened. I'm not gonna reveal their names, so I'm gonna call them.
Oh, I don't remember what their names were.
I remember now. Yeah, I don't talk to them anymore. It was like a one-time thing. Talked to them maybe a week after. Got over the whole, I got their number. On to the next one. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And it's not gonna hurt nobody if I accidentally just stop texting them, or they just never felt like replying to my text messages.
Basically, he's an idiot.
No.
I'm joking.
I got... the white girl was really, like talking to me. She thought I was, like, cute and everything, which was the problem. If a girl thinks you're cute, you're almost gonna be in the friend zone. There's only one way to recover, get it out of the friend zone when you are cute. And I think the only way to accomplish that is to go in for the kill.
Now, look, I oppose that point just because last year, my senior year, I was almost went out with a girl. Didn't quite work out. She was a bit shy. Again, no names will be revealed. But
call her something.
What?
You gotta give her a name.
Call her something. We can call her. I don't know.
Apple.
Jesus. Apple. Okay, yeah.
Orange.
Orange.
Banana.
No, she's not a banana. I was the banana. Okay, but stupid. Okay, this podcast is not going to become a dick joke. Okay.
It just did.
It just did. But okay, so I was trying to talk to Apple. Okay, where the hell was I going with this? I was going somewhere. Oh yeah, so yeah, and she always thought that I was the cute guy, and that's part of the reason why I was able to, make some huge strides with her. Again, she was so shy, I couldn't ever get her to go out with me. It was awful, but awful experience. It was a full year of just like chasing, with no avail. It's awful. So she, Apple. I don't feel right calling her Apple. It's so
don't
weird.
call her by her real name.
I'm not calling her my real name. She watches this. She knows I'm talking about her. But
We got you, Apple. Don't
got
pretend.
you. Okay.
Don't pretend, Apple. Don't try to hide it, Apple.
Apple, you know who you are. Okay, but anyways,
You better stop watching the video, Apple.
So she was really shy, and I don't blame her. I mean, I'm a bit older than she was, so don't tell him. Okay, fine. She was a freshman. I was a senior.
Okay, I did not know that part. So we're talking about a whole nother girl. Oh!
What are you talking about?
I know who Apple is now. I thought this was another fruit.
What?
Okay.
Well, I don't know what girl you're talking about.
Okay, I'm sorry. You go back. Okay, I know which apple we're talking about.
So she always said that. She always told me, she's like, if a girl calls you a cutie, you're a friend zone right off the bat. She's like, but if she calls you cute, you're in. That's it. That's what she would tell me. That's what she would tell me. She's like, Adrien, you were really cute, and that means you're in. I was like, I'm in what? I was like, of course, she was a really shy girl, so that coming out of her, I was like, that's... I'm back and forth there, but it is what it is now. It didn't really work out, and, she's got her own thing going on. I'm graduated. She's a sophomore, so it is what it is. But, yeah.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, so a girl calling you cute isn't always a bad thing. So don't believe him. In his case, maybe it was. I don't know.
I'm just
but
kidding.
Also, there was a big issue with him that he neglected to tell you, was that he lied to them and told him he was a freshman in college.
Did I?
I remember that happening.
I think I told him I was a senior and they were sophomores or juniors. I didn't why would a college guy be doing?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so
I think I was a senior. I told him.
What it was, yeah, he told them that he was a senior when he was actually a junior, but a year later he was still talking to them. They thought he was going to college.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. You were telling me about that.
It got awkward.
It got really awkward, and that may or may not have been the reasoning behind, ending the whole thing.
These girls ain't loyal.
Exactly.
They made a whole song about it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that was the whole cute. I remember...
whole cute ordeal.
I remember growing up, a girl always called me cute. I was like, oh man, she wants me so bad, She wants me so bad. She wants me so bad, but, I learned the hard way, I approached him like, so, what you doing? And then, freaking Orange.
Freaking Orange.
That's her name, freaking Orange.
Freaking Orange. She's not just orange, she's freaking orange.
Yeah. Look, I remember one time I was talking to freaking Orange, and I don't know, I was really into her. She seemed really into me, but she had a boyfriend at the same time, and so I'm like, I'm gonna call boyfriend Watermelon. All right, Watermelon was really blocking my style at this point.
Watermelon was
trying to get with freaking Orange. Okay. I was trying to get it in. Freaking. Okay, that sounded bad. I was trying to. I was
trying to get my banana.
Freaking orange was just. There's something about her that I like so much, and freaking watermelon was just.
It was always there.
It was always there, and I was like.
It's like, you know, how oranges talk. They're the type of girls that are like, you know, when you really find the true love with that watermelon, you know, you can't leave. You'd never leave them no matter how much they hurt you.
Freaking watermelon, dude.
Freaking watermelon. Always there.
I hated watermelon sometimes.
It's awful.
Like, honestly, if I could drop watermelon off of freaking... Well, when do watermelons break? You just... Well, a little bit higher than that. I'll drop them from there and... in slow motion. Put that in slow motion.
Okay, but yeah.
Freaking orange. If you're watching this freaking orange, you know who you are.
You're probably not watching this, though.
Freaking orange. I'll make sure you watch this. Oh, yeah. Dude, I had so many girls in my life. It's so disappointing. Like,
really
my success rate.
We had a lot of girls in our life that we never really ever pulled the trigger with. He had one girlfriend in high school. I had none because I'm apparently a loser.
No, not easy now.
No, like, I'm not a loser, okay?
No, you're not.
No,
You're really not.
I just had a really lot of bad luck. A lot of bad luck. A lot of shy girls, and I may have turned one a lesbian. Do you remember that? We're gonna call this one Strawberry.
Strawberry.
So, yeah, this one's Strawberry. So Strawberry, it was my freshman year. She was a sophomore. We again in the band. It just happened to be a big band thing. You know, you're always around kids in the band because when you're in the band, you're always doing stuff with everyone else in the band. You're never, you know, doing stuff with people in regular classes. You know, it's just like it's awkward in class. So and usually most of them are kind of, you know,
jerks,
snub-nosed fart sniffers. You know, so
hate 'em.
That is how it is.
Jerks.
But yeah, so
Football team players.
I played football, so
Didn't say you.
okay, right, okay, yeah. I was the only cool football player. Yeah, no, not at all.
I thought you were cool.
I mean, you're my friend, you know.
Yeah,
Friends.
you were not like a jerk.
I wasn't a jerk. That's the thing. I was the non-jerk, somewhat kind of cool kid, but not really cool at all. You know,
that made sense.
See that one works better for it. But I feel so egotistical talking like that. It's awful.
No, it's okay. we gotta talk ourselves up. We're big losers.
We were pretty big losers in high school. we were the kids that we really wanted to try to be cool, but we were just not cool at all. We tried so hard.
Yeah.
But so Strawberry. She was pretty cute, you know, nice, you know, pretty top heavy type of girl, you know, decent size.
I don't know what's going on.
Decent size, you know.
Strawberries.
Like, you know, not quite, you know, like was it like a melon? Not quite a melon, and not the watermelon. I mean, like, you know, like the smaller
Cantaloupe.
brown, like cantaloupe, exactly. Not quite a cantaloupe, but
grapefruit.
not quite a grapefruit either. Like right there in between. In between the grapefruit and cantaloupe phase, you know.
Okay. Too much describing.
Too much description. So yeah, she was pretty cute to me, anyways. So she's not anymore. I look at her and it's awful. But so I was talking to her. We were flirting. We were, you know, getting it on. Not getting it on. Jesus. No, I was not getting it on with this girl.
Didn't happen.
It did not happen. I did not get it on with this girl. We were
cut
getting
that.
the we're not gonna cut that. This is uncut raw footage. Okay, except for
what
the one.
What is this, man? Cops? God.
No, except for the beginning, or except for a little bit ago when you saw the little cut. That was because we had a little issue with the computer, but you know it's fine. So technology these days, right? Yeah. So which I'm not entirely positive, but I'm pretty sure the computer is gonna have issues again. Come here in a little bit, and we may have to cut again. But what the hell are you doing with the hands? Okay, what the hell? Okay, so Strawberry.
I'm so good at that.
Okay, so Strawberry. Okay, Strawberry is a thing. Okay, she was a cute girl, you know, at the time when I, you know, thought about her that way, and now I don't at all. But So I asked her to go to homecoming with me. Okay, it was a big deal. It was the first time I'd ever really asked a girl to a dance.
Oh, okay, I know.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
I know now.
Yeah. So I asked her at homecoming, and I just got a phone too. It was a flip phone. It was awesome. That was like 5 years ago. Flip phone was clearly a new thing. Not at all. I was the loser with the phone, but I could text really fast. With the multiple clicks on each button to get the right letter. I was fast at it. But it was really lame.
That was loser talk.
It was loser talk. Yeah, it was pretty lame. I did not like that phone one bit. But so Strawberry here, I was talking. I just asked her out to homecoming. She and I sat at the same table during lunch for about a week. We texted. We were having fun. Called each other on the phone. First time I was really getting serious with a girl before. And then the day before homecoming, she sends me a text and tells me that she wasn't going to go to homecoming with me anymore. But of course, that same day I had football practice when she texted me, and I left my phone at home the morning or the morning of. So I went to school without my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to school without my phone.
I thought I knew, but now I know.
And I went out to football practice, which football practice went from like 3 o'clock to 6:30. And then by the end of football practice at 6:30, I had to rush over to the band field because band practice started at 7 and went till 9:30. So I had half an hour to really quickly get changed, take a shower, get something to eat, and then rush over to the band field. And, pretty much my entire day was sucked up by school, band, and football. So went over there, didn't really have much time to talk to her at all, so we were just doing our rehearsal and whatnot. At the end of the rehearsal, I came up next to her and was walking next to her, chatting her up. And she turns to me, okay, I'm going to use a bit of a bad word here, okay, just warning you, okay. So she comes up, I come up to her, and she looks at me, and she's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Now, that's not the bad word. The bad word is when she says, Adrien, I'm not your bitch. And then runs away. No, she didn't run away. She just walks off. Okay, I said it in a really kind of serious tone, but she yelled it at me, full force, yelled it at me. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Just yesterday, I was going really steady with this girl, and all of a sudden, she's yelling at me, calling me. She didn't even call me a bitch. She called herself one. I'm like,
it was high school, man.
It was high school. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I went over. I think that was one of the first times I actually was really good friend or started getting good friends with Oscar here. They came up to Oscar and I was like, I don't know what the hell happened.
I don't remember what I told you that day.
I don't either. I just remember going up to you and telling you about it. But
I was I think I might have said, oh, that sucks, man. That really must suck.
Yeah,
I think it was something like that.
We really weren't friends at all. I just came up to him because I talked to him about a week or two earlier, and it's just what it was. But
I felt
so
bad
that happened, and then so homecoming was the next day. Went to the football game, whatnot, that night, a Friday night, and then went to had the football game, and then went to the dance the next day, and at the dance I just went with a group of friends, Oscar here, and. I think Orange was there too. Or Apple. Apple was there. Orange.
I don't think it's that same fruit, bro.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember.
No, it's definitely another fruit.
Definitely another fruit.
Pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple was there.
Really good.
Pineapple was there. The other fruit, apple, was not there yet. So we were all there together, just hanging out, dancing, being crazy people. And then I see her, okay? And she is straight up a slow dance song, so we were sitting off to the side because I didn't have a girl, obviously, because I just, she kind of told me off. So I was sitting there and I see her in the middle of the dance floor dancing, slow dance, with another girl. Straight up with another girl. She's sitting there slow dancing. I mean, they were full on making out in the middle of the thing, of the whole dance, slow dancing, making out. I'm like, holy cow.
That shit was crazy, man.
I think I turned a girl lesbian. She may have already been lesbian.
That's another high five right there.
She may have already been a lesbian, but I claim it as me turning her into one because you know what?
That's a challenge.
That's a challenge. It's hard. It is hard being such a hardcore loser that you turn a girl lesbian.
Dude, don't say that, man.
I was a loser freshman year. After that, it's when it started getting good. Sophomore year.
Sorry,
It's okay. You ripped my thing.
Yeah, that was you that time.
That was me that time. Yeah, that was that. So
Wait, was I with Pineapple at the time?
I don't think you
We
really.
weren't
We weren't official. You weren't official. I don't
No,
even think you were.
I wasn't
actually
official with Apple. Nor was I official with Pineapple.
No, we had just met them like a month or two earlier, so we hadn't really gotten to know them very well.
It was our freshman year, right?
It was our freshman year.
Okay, I remember because that's when I thought homecoming was fun. I remember now.
Yeah.
I was purely mistaken.
Yeah.
Nothing too fun about doing this for 2 hours.
Not at all.
Jumping up and down,
I
sweating.
have another thing that just popped in my head here. It's quite similar to it. Okay, I have a friend. You may or may not meet him in a podcast sometime soon. His name's Braxton. He's in the military right now, so he's over over in AIT in Texas taking AIT. So he's So he's probably not going to be able to do a video until the summer. But when the summer comes along, I'm going to get him over here. We're going to do a podcast like this. So Braxton and I have been friends since the beginning or middle of 7th grade, actually. So we've been friends much longer than Oscar and I here have been friends. But,
Why you gotta say it like that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You and I have been friends for about 4.5 years, and I've been friends with Braxton for about 6.5. Just saying it. I'm just pointing it out. Okay. Giving a good layout here of what's going on. So Braxton came up to me. Now, I don't think you knew about this, okay? So Braxton came up to me and was telling me about this girl that he found attractive, but he's like, it was one of those girls that he couldn't quite figure out if she was all that attractive, but at the same time he was really attracted to her, but she wasn't like the major gorgeous girl, which I on the other hand thought she was amazingly gorgeous, but that was because he and I had two completely different tastes in women. So he was telling me, he's like, I find this girl really pretty, but she isn't like the type of girl that I would normally think is attractive, but she's really attractive. I'm like, you know what? I have that exact same thing. I'm like, I have this one girl that I really think is attractive, but I don't think she's attractive. Now, or I don't think that she's amazing, but she's attractive in that weird sort of way.
Yeah.
And we had the same type of thought. So Oscar didn't know about this because I've never told him anything about it because it just popped in my head. But it was actually about Pineapple I was talking about.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It was a month into the freshman year, okay?
Oh, are you kidding me?
It was a month into freshman year.
What?
Okay? Look.
Wait. Wait. So, we're talking about the same apple that was chilling. Is it Pineapple or Apple?
Pineapple, Pineapple that you went out with.
Oh, okay.
But this was a month into freshman year, so he hadn't really even started talking to her yet, which is why I haven't ever said anything about it, because it just never really popped in my head. It was the first week of freshman year. And he was telling me, so Braxton tells me, he's like, yeah, this girl I really like is, or that I kind of find attractive, but, isn't like that pretty type of deal. It's like, he's like, what name should I give her?
Which one?
Just throw out a fruit or something. Throw a fruit or a vegetable out. Call it tomato, maybe. Tomato doesn't really sound sexy at all.
Yo, call it carrot.
Carrot? Okay, so carrot. And he told me about carrot. I was like, Braxton, you do realize that that carrot... See, now, Oscar didn't know about this either. Carrot was Pineapple's younger sister. We were talking about two sisters.
Wait.
And I was like, Braxton. I was like, okay, look. I'm talking about Carrot's older sister, and you're talking about Pineapple's younger sister.
So it was like flip-flop?
It was flip-flop deal. And he was like, really? I was like, so I showed him a picture, and then he was like...
So he wanted the older one?
He wanted the younger one, and I wanted the older one. We didn't really want... It was just like, it was the odd, attractive type of deal. We were like, she's attractive, but like not the type of girl that we would normally be attracted to. You know? It was like, it was kind of an odd deal. It was like, there's a specific type of girl that you're really attracted to, and, she's kind of the oddball, the one that you find interesting. It's kind of really, gets your attention, but isn't the type of girl that you would normally go out with, And that was the deal, and it just popped in my head because we were talking about Pineapple. I was like, you know what? There was a point in time when Braxton and I were talking about two people from the exact same family, and completely unintentionally, of course. So that's how that story went. Okay, so we're back, and we had some technical difficulties there, and maybe a really, really bad joke that ended up being incredibly racist that we did not intend to have happen. So we cut that out too.
I meant it.
You did not. You did not meant it.
Okay.
You did not mean it. Meant
Okay.
it. Mean it. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
All right.
So, any other stories you want to talk about?
Freaking. Okay. First off, yeah, high school is a time when you're growing up and you're freaking confused about the world, such as, what do I like? How many girls like me? What do I like? How many girls like me? All right. And me
right.
growing up with my hormones going, like all I wanted to do was to do chaka chaka with someone. Chaka chaka means something else. I'm not gonna say the other S word.
Like when you take your banana and your grapefruit. Okay, you can see where this is going. When you chaka chaka, you know where this is going, right? Okay,
Yeah.
the banana goes with the grapefruit in a specific way. It's like the birds and the bees, but with the banana and the grapefruit, chaka chaka.
Chaka chaka.
Chaka chaka.
All right. So at that time, I only wanted chaka chaka, and that's messed up because like, Oscar, what's wrong with you? What are you thirsty? And I'm like, no. I just heard
really
chaka.
wanted chaka chaka.
Just wanted some chaka chaka,
Just wanted the chaka chaka.
And then bam, always girls came by in my life. I'm like, wow, she might be the one. But nah,
No, but denied.
It's not like I went up to him like, hey, yo, girl, let's have some chaka chaka. You and me right now, you know what I'm saying? That didn't never happen, not once. I was not that guy in high school. I was too scared to be like, hey, yo, girl, what you doing? Your parents be home, we can do it in my car. Oh, you don't like doing it in the car? Neither do I. We could do it outside. Oh, it's 20 degrees outside. I'll get a jacket on. That's okay. So basically, your hormones are going crazy. Your dick gets harder. Oh, your banana gets really hard.
Your banana gets really stale.
Banana gets stale like randomly, like during class. Like
yeah.
High school is filled with so many beautiful people.
Oh, that is really awful. That is an awful experience. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're just you will never look any better than you do in high school and college, That's when you look absolutely your best. And that's when your hormones are at its all-time high. Like all your brain, a guy's brain is just there. I want to bang. I just want to chaka chaka, chaka chaka, chaka chaka.
Stale banana.
And then freaking, I remember one time, I wear skinny jeans, right? That was my shoe. I wear skinny jeans. And freaking, when you get a banana stem, and you get skinny jeans, bro, if you're done. That thing's obvious, and there's only one way to treat it. I raised my hand because I was in high school. At Mrs. Fruit, I'm gonna need to go to the bathroom. I got a hard one on right now. I didn't say that, but I kind of made the implication.
I was like, ma'am, I gotta go to the bathroom. I got a situation.
Dude, I remember one time, right? I was in Spanish for honors. I know, Mexican Spanish for honors. Anyways, that's the cheapest thing I could ever done.
You already spoke Spanish going into it too. You spoke it fluently. Going in freshman year to Spanish 1.
Message to my fellow Mexicans out there that forgot the language. It ain't too late for y'all. It ain't too late. Westfield Mafia.
Westfield Mafia.
Rap was good. Blunt buddies.
For life.
So,
okay.
freaking, I was in Spanish class, right? And I'm not gonna say I was the smartest guy. I was just the most fluent, all right? And I was the only guy in that Spanish class. It was like a guy's dream come true. Like it was me, my senior year. My hormones are high, and there's a lot of beautiful women around me. A lot of beautiful women. And here I am like every freaking morning. Morning wood every freaking morning. So many beautiful women. I'm like, oh God. Which one am I gonna take to prom? Which one am I gonna take to homecoming? Which one am I gonna chaka chaka with? But the chances of that happening, I'm like, pretty slim. And I remember one time, there was this one girl in particular. I'm gonna call her freaking dang, we used a lot of fruit already.
We used a lot of fruit. Yeah, we
need something
used
else.
Apple.
We need to say something else. We need All right, I'm gonna call her short stuff.
Short stuff? Was she short?
She was a little bit shorter than
He's a
me.
bit shorter than you. He's pretty short too. No, he's not actually. He's not.
Nah,
He's about medium size. You know.
Not my. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I-
Okay.
all right.
I didn't need to know
So
that.
short stuff. We would often have, you could like, all right, you can work with someone else. This girl literally sat across the classroom, but every time she decides to sit her fine butt next to mine. I'm like, oh wow, this might be really awesome. Oh man, her and I just work so well together. Just the compatibility is so great. And then I noticed she only came by when we were doing work together, you know. And then I forgot I was in Spanish class, and I forgot I spoke it fluently. And was brown. So after a point in time, I realized this girl was not into me, and she was merely using her body to seduce me, to give her the answers.
That's awful.
It was pretty bad, you know. I feel like she literally like just took her boot and just somehow like broke like 5 of my ribs to get to my heart. She ripped it out. She threw it at the teacher's face. Blood's going everywhere.
Of course, she was speaking really bad Spanish because Spanish 1. So
It's Spanish 4.
Spanish 4. Oh, this is
Spanish
4.
4 honors, man.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so she spoke somewhat decent Spanish
Yeah,
for a Spanish class in high school.
in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still broke my heart, man.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget that. So I learned now, you know, don't save it for the middle, you know. Straight up ask her, are you into me or nah? You know why? Because that gets the BS out the way. Because if you go up to a girl with pure confidence and say, hey, I think you're really attractive. Let's do something sometime. Or, hey, I think you have a nice personality, you know. And you have to give them an actual detail of why they're actually have a nice personality. Don't like, oh, you have nice eyes. You know, I bet they heard that so many times already.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a nice body. Oh, you have nice hair. Oh, it looks like you layered it up today or something stupid like that. So, bam, you know, you got to come up with something unique. That's what I always learn. And that's how I gained my success with the ladies. I am a lot more successful person now from my many failed attempts in the past in high school. High school is where you, like, F up as much as you want. No regrets.
Pretty much, yeah. Because once you graduate, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. You just look back at it and it's like, oh, that's a really embarrassing, but it doesn't matter anymore, memory, you know. So, again, following the morning wood idea, one of the worst things I think any guy that's watching this can immediately identify with is sitting in class and, you know, popping the banana, okay? Pop the banana in the middle of class, and within 30 seconds of popping the banana, the teacher asking you to come up to the desk.
Oh, that's happened to me a few times, actually.
That is the worst. You're sitting there at your desk and you're like, oh God, this is bad. This just popped up out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, you know, it's like, Adrien, can you please come up to the desk? I'm like, or come up to my, to my desk. And you're like, oh no. And you're like, so you like look around a little bit. Your classmates are all looking at you. They're expecting you to get up, to walk up to the desk, because, I mean, it's something new. They're all sitting down doing paperwork, and all of a sudden, you are getting up and going to the desk because the teacher asked you to. And so, you're sitting there, you, excuse me, you can't really, reposition yourself. If you're not a guy, if you're a girl and you're watching this and you don't really need to know any specifics, really repositioning yourself is kind of self-explanatory, but it requires a little bit of shifting of the hips. If you see a guy shift his hips in the middle of class right before he's about to get called up to class, you know he's repositioning the stuck-up banana. Okay? So, it's not really that. It's more of like a kind of an awkward type of motion, and you kind of stretch out the leg, and then you're like, you know, it's like you're popping it, you know, you're popping it into a better position so you can walk without it being noticeable, you know. So, so I don't know why I'm going into such detail about this, Jesus. But, so, that being said, you know, you're getting called up by a teacher and you're like, you don't have any time to reposition because if you reposition, everyone is going to notice because they are all watching you. They want to see you get up out of your desk because they want to know why. Even though you're just getting out of your desk doesn't answer that question. But, you know, they're all curious, nosy people, and they all want to look at you while you're getting up out of your chair. And I'm like, oh, God, this is really bad. And it's like, trying to get up, and you're like getting up nice and slow, like, but make it at least as natural as possible. Kind of twist your hips a little bit so that the vast majority of the class can't see if it is visible at all. And as you start to walk, within the first 5 to 6 seconds, it's like it dies down a little bit, but those first 5 to 6 seconds are the crucial steps. And that's it's an awful experience. High school was awful in that regard.
Dude, I used to remember how much I sagged my pants back in high school. Like, first 2 years, I sagged a ton. And I don't know. Now that I look at it, it wasn't that cool.
No, really, it wasn't. Not at all.
I did have SpongeBob boxes, though, so that made it up for it.
Yeah.
At times.
See, we were the type of kids that we would do the things that most people thought were really stupid. But then, like, if you were like a gangster or something, you thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Kid's dropping his pants down to the ground, We would do that, but we would do it as a gigantic freaking joke. Our entire high school career was like a gigantic joke.
Comedy act.
Comedy act, really. We would just do everything stupid. Like, there was one time we were walking down the hallway, we stuck our... I wore a satchel for most of senior year partly because I was tired of carrying around my gigantic freaking backpack, and the satchel really worked. It was more of like it wasn't because I was a nerd or kind of, stupid about it, or whatnot. It was because the satchel was most ergonomic for me. It was really easy to carried all my books. It was light. It did the job well, And the strap went right across my chest and was, fairly pressed against, so I could take my phone, which at that point I did have a touch screen phone, a smartphone, stuck it in my under the strap, so it was holding down under the strap. And we would just sit there full blast playing music. We weren't even playing the same songs. We were just playing 2 different songs walking down the hallway, right down the main drag of the hallway to where everyone walked through.
Yeah, oh my God, they must have thought I was a douche.
We were the douches.
We were the fakest douches.
Sitting there walking down the hallway, and I was like, dude, I was really thinking about, we should sell some weed. We can make some good money selling weed. Walking right by walking by all the teachers, and like all like walking by the main office. Like, dude, I can make a ton of money selling cocaine. It's like, where do you want to get it? I was like, I heard this good place down by 10th and Rural. If you're not familiar with Indianapolis, 10th and Rural is the east side. It's where the vast majority of crime happens in Indianapolis. It is the middle of the hood. Right there. So I was like, we can go down there and, get some coke and bring it back up for all the kids up here. I think we could make a ton of money. we were those kids.
We were desperate.
Only once did a teacher ever stop us.
Dude, we were so desperate for money on prom.
Oh yeah,
that's why we had that conversation.
We were really we were really strapped for cash. We figured out for prom, we were a month away from prom when we asked our dates out. And then realized we had to save up $500, and I didn't have a job. He did, but I didn't have a job, and I didn't have any way of making money. So I hoed myself out to his mom, not literally.
Well, I was like,
dude, basically, I did a lot of chores around the house. I helped unpack her. She had a truck. She runs a business. I helped unpack her truck. Mowed her lawn. She paid me. I don't remember how much she paid me. She made me, a decent amount of money for it. And then also we would sit down over at Carmel. We would go and play our saxophones. We would just sit on the street corner. I made like $5 doing that. Made no money whatsoever. It
was a good time.
We had a lot of fun trying to save up money. So I eventually did get it. We eventually did get the money and went to prom. It was really tough to get to prom though. It was a tough road. But once we pulled it off, it was beautiful because feeling so good about being able to pay for everything and really just get it going right, get the dinner reservations, get everything set up and working and in the right order, and set it up just right, get the rides set up and everything, and then have it pulled off and working. It's an awesome feeling.
I didn't go that year.
He didn't go senior year. You went junior year. I didn't go junior year.
I didn't even go junior year. I went sophomore year.
Oh yeah, you did. Forgot about that. Neither of us went junior year. We, struck out with the ladies really, really bad.
Freaking hate you, Watermelon.
I'm going to bring another girl into this. What we're going to call her.
Which girl?
The one I asked out junior year.
Oh!
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Hell, if anything, she should be watermelon. Oh, that was such a bad joke. Okay. Oh my god. Okay,
What?
you don't...
I got you,
You
man.
understand, like, the melons?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we really gotta give her a name, though.
You gotta give her a name. I really hope none of them watch this.
Why not? I think it'd be funny. We're being honest, and, I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore.
That one last comment I just gave right there, though.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. We didn't say that. Okay, but, so... what should we name her? She's not tomato. She's not a tomato.
Something in French.
Something in French?
Yeah. Fromage.
Cheese? You want me to call her cheese?
It's better than calling her watermelon.
Fromage. Okay, so Fromage, she was a really cute girl. I mean, she still is a really cute girl. She kind of underrates herself a lot. She's not really, I think she's gotten a lot better of it recently, but back then she thought she was just like, a ho-hum type of girl, not much of a, serious, I don't know how else to put it. She was
not
just
a target for men.
Exactly, not a target for men. She was very shy, which made it really difficult for guys to approach her, and I was one of the very few people that actually attempted and kept attempting and just going at it day after day after day. It was like going into war every single day, trying to get this girl, to, think something, of it. That, I wasn't just, there. I was, I was, going for it. Trying to really build her confidence in the whole thing so that, when I finally did make the move, it would, it would work. It didn't work, which I'm already explaining exactly what happened. So it was, I literally met her at the beginning of my sophomore year. She was a freshman. She was a year behind me. Drop dead gorgeous girl. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I was like, so I'm gonna try here. So for 2 years straight, I chased this girl, and I don't think she ever once realized that I was attracted to her. I would sit there and I would walk with her to her classroom after lunch every single day. I'd walk with her before lunch to lunch every day. Walk with her and her friend, who actually would be Apple. I was walking with I would walk with Fromage.
I don't know why I got excited.
I don't know why you got excited. That really doesn't. It's because you realize, Apple! I forgot. I don't know what you're talking about. Apple! Okay, but anyway, so yeah. So Fromage and Apple would be walking with me. And we would be walking along to lunch and back from lunch. And Fromage got this idea that I wasn't flirting with her. I was flirting with Apple. And then I was attracted to Apple.
Oh.
I'm like, what am I going to do?
What?
I'm like, how the hell is that going to happen? She came up to me one day. She told me, she's like, after lunch one day, I walked with Fromage and Apple. So we dropped Apple off at her classroom first, and I walked with Fromage to her class.
Like a prostitute
and
business?
No, not at all. We were just walking with each other.
Dropping them off.
Dropping them off and, getting the money. No. Okay, but anyways. So yeah, Fromage and I would walk in the hallway, and obviously it was really awkward. This was like about a month after I met her, so it was really awkward experience with her. It was very I didn't really have much to say because I was really quiet back at sophomore year. Didn't really have much to say. Really, really awkward. She was really, really awkward too. And one day when we were stopping by at her classroom, she looked at me real quick and she told me, she's like, Adrien, I know what you're doing. She's like, I don't want you to walk with us from lunch anymore. I was like, what?
No way.
I'm like, what? So Fromage, I was like, I felt really bad. I was like, what does that even mean?
What's going on, Fromage?
I was like, what's going on? And finally she came up to me. She was like, I don't think that you're the right fit for Apple. I'm like, wait.
Fromage.
I was like, wait, what? And I was right there was when I was about ready to, tell her. I was like, I don't like Apple. I like you. But of course, I was so shy. I couldn't do it. And I feel so bad about it to this day because I feel like if I would have, maybe something would have happened. I mean, at this point, probably not. But the chance was there, and I just completely blew it. Totally blew it. So many chances I had to, really make that move and, ask her out on a date or something, and I totally blew it every single time. So finally, my junior year of high school took a full, year and a half, about 2 years to get to the point.
That's fair.
Constantly talking to her every single day, sitting next to her. It's just like, ugh, it's awful. But total warfare in the love department. But trying to get this girl, and she I was gonna ask her to prom, and so I took Oscar here and Omar. You met him in the Rifting with Friends video, and Omar and I and Oscar, we went out to the practice field, and we went out to the practice marching band field, and in chalk, a lot of chalk. We spent like $50 in chalk. Took the whole field and wrote down prom in big gigantic letters.
That's a freaking parking lot. That's like...
It was a whole parking lot. It was 100 yards of parking lot.
80 to 100 yards.
It took 3 hours to get what we did done. And then he went up to the top of the band tower, which was locked, by the way, so he had to climb up to a second-story ledge to get up onto it, and then climb stairs up to fourth story and take a picture with a phone of the whole thing so I could print it out and give it to her with a rose when I was going to take her out the next day to the parking lot, give her a rose with the picture of the prom, and ask her to prom. And that's is romantic as hell. The most romantic thing I think I've ever done with a girl, for a girl, anyways.
Yeah.
And she was so nervous. I mean, it felt so like she really wanted to do it, because I remember one of her friends. I'm not going to give her a name because I don't feel like searching for another fruit.
Taco.
Yeah, Taco. So Taco told me later, she was like, she seemed so excited about the whole thing. She seemed really excited about going to prom. But then a week after I asked her, first off, I asked her, and I was so nervous. I literally almost, I was dying as she rolled up to the parking lot. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And so I stepped out behind the band tower to walk up to her with the flower behind me in the picture. Walked up to her, pulled it out from behind my back, and I was like, you know what? I really like you. I've always really liked you for about a couple of years now, and I wanted to ask you to prom. That's how I put it, and I gave her the picture and the flower right there on the field. She saw the picture and looked over at the field, saw all the chalk and all the work I put into it, and she was like, she said yes. And we hugged it out and, did our thing. And then left, and as awful of a story as this is, a week later, she tells me, she comes up to me and she tells me, I'm not going to be able to go to prom with you. And she made an excuse. She said that she had a horse show that weekend, which later she told me that she didn't. She was just saying it to, get out of it. It was awful experience. I don't regret it because it was a really good. It was a learning experience, a good learning experience. But it is what it is, and it was really awful. The next year was awesome because that's when I met. What did I name her?
It was not freaking. Is it freaking orange?
Maybe it was orange. I think it was orange. Yeah, orange. Then I met Orange the next year, and we had all our fun. So. I think it was Orange. I could be wrong. It's from the beginning of the podcast when I mentioned her. So yeah,
watch it again.
Exactly.
All the way through.
If I said a different fruit, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that was junior year. That was my luck with the ladies. Anyways, yeah.
All right.
That was what it was.
Yeah. It was not bad.
Not bad at all. So yeah, that was pretty much the whole story there with our terrible.
I got a lot of loves in my life, but I could write a whole novel about that.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so really we don't have much else to talk about. We'll come back. We're gonna try doing this a weekly thing, just kind of talk it out, and so we actually, because we don't hang out a huge amount. We hang out enough, but not enough to really,
I'm just busy with work.
I'm busy with work. I'm busy with not much because I'm unemployed at the moment. But until I can get employed. Which, even then, I'm going to try pumping out videos more consistently. I've just been dealing with some audio issues. Like, this one sounds good, but I won't explain it now, but no. I'm getting some huge issues with my audio. I can't record games and audio at the same time. So, with that being said, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
I miss you, Apple.
Something to I miss you, Apple.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll get serious.
Yeah. What's worse is that all those girls I talked about, all those fruits, we still pretty much talk to them. Well, other than apple and watermelon, we pretty much talk to all those girls pretty consistently, even to today. Like, I talk to orange and fromage pretty much every day over the phone, which is messed up. Kind of back and forth. It depends on what day it is. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, but, you know.
If it's over 30 degrees, it's going to be fromage. If it's under 30 degrees, it's going to be...
Pretty much, yeah. It's going to be orange. Yeah, so, and it's kind of awkward because, you know, I know that there's nothing there anymore. We're just friends at that point. But, you know, it's still that lingering thought in the back of my head. You know, there was something at one point, but there isn't anymore. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Adrien. This is Oscar.
My name is Oscar, and I got a lot of friends.
If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment to your heart's content.
I'm making a YouTube channel too, so when it comes out, you better subscribe. I don't know what's it about yet, but it's going to be really good. And subscribe to my boy Adrien. He's funny. He has a beard.
I'm trying to build up the repertoire a little bit. I'm really kind of awful at recording, as you can tell.
He sucks.
It's pretty awful webcam work and whatnot, but I'm getting better at it.
Dude,
you can see watching the videos. Yeah, going up the videos, it's getting better. But anyways, I will see you guys next time.
Dance and exit, dance, exit. Okay, wait, no,
see ya.
We should like end it like this.
Oh, yeah.
And buddies! Yeah, that's how we do it.